Senator Little. Senator Branch. Senator Cassidy Branch. Okay. Senator Rudolph. Senator Destin. Senator Jackson Destin. Oh, okay. I see Jackson. Yeah, I see you raise your hand through the screen. For everyone else that just now coming in, use the reaction button to raise your hand. Thank you. Senator Grunenberger. Okay, see you. Senator Rossi. Okay, got you. Senator Madison Mogre. Got you. Thank you. Senator Shaler. Senator Chance or Prishia? Okay. Thank you. Senator Wilkinson. Senator Stokes. Thank you. Senator Brooke Arroot. Thank you. Senator England. Thank you. Senator Rain. Senator Rain. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Senator Nasworthy. Thank you. Senator Molina. Okay. Senator Hall. Senator Lessert, Catherine Lessert. Thank you. Senator Tatiana Tupere. Senator Shanahan. Senator Angie Rodriguez. Senator Angela Rodriguez. Okay. Senator Matthew Linksey. Thank you. Senator Adrian Rigadale. Thank you. Senator Out. Liam. Thank you. Senator Soto. Thank you. Senator Lewis. Thank you. Senator Harman. Oh, there you go. Senator Ramos. Thank you. Senator Gonzalez. Thank you. Senator Martin. Thank you. Senator Nima Gabardach. Thank you. Senator Reed, Anna Grace Reed. Thank you. Please bear with me, you all. Senator Moore. Senator Suarez. Senator Sarah Nemeth. Thank you. Senator Russell, Katie Russell. Senator Jack Hitchcock. Senator Henry Millian. Senator Brooke Murray. Senator Olivia West. Senator Rivera, Daniel Rivera. Senator Daniel Rivera. Senator Ryan Thorpe. Thank you. Senator Kate Hitchcock. And Senator Cassidy Branch. Senator Randall. And Senator Rudd, Amabella Rudd. Thank you. Y'all, please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. I would love to connect with you all virtual so we can get to know each other, and because I understand names are important. So I really like to pronounce your name. And Senator Harmon. Okay. And we have quorum.
Exciting. Thank you, Deshaun. I do want to take a second and introduce myself to the new senators and welcome back the returning senators. My name is Nastasia Janvier. I go by Tazzy. I currently serve as student body vice president. And I asked you guys to have a little grace with me tonight as this is my first time presiding over Senate. And we'll be facilitating a number of business. So with that being said, is there a motion to accept the journal for November 18, 2020?
Hold on. Sorry. I have missed out the back page of this paper.
Okay, so yes. We're just joking. We're gonna go back to taking attendance.
Okay, Senator Tooks. Senator Ross. Donald Ross. Senator Bull. Thank you. Senator Kalink. Okay. Senator Lewis. Senator Alfredo Alvarez. Thank you. And Senator Stinson. Okay. And we good to go. And if I miss you all, or if you're just not coming in, just send me a message and I'll make sure I mark you down as being here. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Is there a motion to open a nomination for JK? Is there a motion to accept the journal for November 18th, 2020? Senator England.
So moved.
Is there a second? Senator Alvarez.
So seconded.
Okay. Are there any corrections or objections to the approval of the journal for November 18th, 2020? All right, seeing none, the journal has been approved. Now, is there a motion to open up nominations for the 73rd Senate President? Senator Villa de Corda.
Thanks. Point of order. The Senate has not adopted the rules of procedure yet to be able to open the floor for nominations.
Thank you for that.
Give us a couple seconds.
Senator Gonzalez, can you make the motion?
I move to adopt the Senate Rules of Procedure from the previous session.
Is there a second? Senator Hunter.
So seconded.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, it has been adopted. Now, is there a motion to open up nomination for the 73rd Senate President? Senator Marcus. Okay, it seems like there were objections. Senator Villacorta.
Yeah, point of order. I believe Senator Prescia has had his hand up for a while and is yet to be recognized by the chair.
Senator Prescia.
Yes, I'm here. I'd like to, Susan, I'm saying this wrong, raise a point of order.
Yes, you've been recognized.
So due to the lack of constitutional authority for the student body vice president to chair the Senate, I request that they step down and allow the most senior sitting senator to chair the meeting as is precedent.
Can you repeat that, please?
Due to the lack of constitutional authority for the student body vice president to chair the Senate, I request they step down and allow the most senior senator to chair the meeting as is precedent.
Tonight, we will abide by the current Senate rules of procedure that were petitioned earlier today and were not taken up. So we will move forward with the current Senate rules of procedure.
Okay, with that being said, we are moving back to calling on senators. Senator Lessard.
Point of clarification, we did just adopt the Senate rules of the 72nd Senate, and I'm understanding that correctly, right? Well, per Senate Rule 11.2 of the 72nd Senate that we just adopted, only student senators and Senate officers shall be allowed on the floor of the student Senate while the Senate is meeting, except for the SGA advisor and Senate program assistant. Doesn't that mean our most senior student senator should be chairing this meeting and not our student body vice president?
And at this moment, who do you understand to be the most senior senator?
Senator Lessard.
That would be Senator Gertz. From my best, not Senator Gertz. Not him, but I'm still on the right.
So I just want to make sure I'm understanding what the argument is here. Are you arguing that the most senior senator is from the 72nd?
I'm arguing our most senior sitting senator. Senator Villacorta seems to have a little more information as well.
Senator Villacorta, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. To the best of my knowledge, the two most senior senators with, I believe, an equal amount of time are Senators Harman and Senators Murcia. I believe in the line of succession by seniority, Gertz would be third.
And so your request is for the most senior senator at this point to preside over the remainder of the meeting?
Yes, sir. As per Senate Rule 11.2, and or actually, it's I'm citing the wrong Senate rule, but it is in our precedent to have our most senior senator presiding over the meeting in the absence of a pro temp and Senate president.
But are you overlooking the 1.1, 1.2, 1.3? Or are you saying that it comes after that? You said 11.2?
Yes, sir. It's saying that student senators and Senate officers shall be the only ones on the floor of the student Senate while the Senate is meeting, except for the SGA advisor and Senate program assistant. Meaning we shouldn't have a student body vice president presiding over this meeting.
But again, so let's go back to Senate Rule 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 that explicitly states that the student body vice president preside over this portion to open up the nominations. I'm trying to make sure I understand what the argument is here so we can open nominations. Sean, looks like we got a few hands up.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Pursuant to Senate Rule 1.1, which I will state in its entirety, following the fall inauguration and installation of the new student Senate, the student body vice president shall call to order an organizational meeting of the Senate for the purpose of electing a student Senate president. During that meeting, the Senate rules of procedure from the previous session shall be adopted in order to conduct business. So I believe the Madam Vice President is right in chairing this meeting.
Deshaun, I think we got a few more hands up. I'm willing to step in at this point so I can
Okay.
hear what the other, I'm still trying to
right.
understand.
And people, please bear with me. I have like so many chats going through and there's only one of me. So if I do not get to your answer, please be patient because there's a lot of people that's messaging me and there's only one of me. So I just want you all to understand that. Okay, Ryan.
Thanks, Dr. Bowden. Okay, so I know this has been a controversy in the past. Seeing Senator Lessard's point as well as Senator Gonzalez's point, it seems that Rule 11.2 is contradictory to Rules 1.1 and 1.2. 1.3 also gives the chair, who at that point is presumed to be the vice president, voting rights, but constitutionally, it's a bit of a question about whether or not the student body vice president can be afforded voting rights in the Senate. So I know.
I hear that.
When we have things like this, we go with the oldest senator or the most senior. But the rules 11.2 seems to contradict 1.1 and 1.2, and then 1.3 I'd say is constitutionally in question about whether or not a officer from another branch can have a vote on the Senate floor.
So all of this is moot, unfortunately, because the vice president was only available to open up the nominations. The vice president was not here to have a vote or hold a vote. But the whole point is moot now because she needs to move on. But we took up that issue earlier today and it was not taken up by the Supreme Court, which means that we will move forward with the current Senate rules of procedure. I understand that they might be contradictory, but they didn't become contradictory tonight. And so we will operate on the precedent that has been set, and this is the way that we have moved forward previously. And so at this point, I think it would be wise of us to simply move on. And unfortunately, the vice president has had to leave. So the whole point is moot now. So at this point, we will move on to who is next in line, which give me just a second so I can confirm this. Sean, would you unmute Mr. Villacorta?
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Bowden.
Yes, sir. Was your
To
hand
the
still
best of
raised,
my
or did you
knowledge,
have another
the two
point?
most senior at the moment, as they were both elected and have served for the same amount of time, are Senators Harman and Senators Murcia.
Senator Harmon, would you please do us the pleasure of presiding over the next portion of this meeting until such time that you cannot?
Yes, I will, Dr. Bowden.
Thank you.
All right, let's move forward. We did corrections and approval of the journal. Next, okay, so is there a motion to open the floor for nominations for the Senate President of the 73rd Student Senate? All right, Senator Gertz. Oh, sorry, I have to mute you. I forgot I'm doing this. Oh, I'm not.
Did you hear me?
No, I didn't. But
oh, sorry. So moved. I apologize. My computer is not the greatest. I'm waiting on the loans to come in.
That's okay. Is there a second, Senator Boole?
So seconded.
Awesome. Are there any objections? If you have no objection, please lower your hand. All right, awesome. Seeing as though we are now open, we have opened the floor for nominations. Are there any nominations for Senate President? Senator Mouget.
I'd like to nominate Senator Harmon.
Is there a second? Oh, Senator Hitchcock.
So seconded.
Awesome. All right. Because I have been nominated for Senate President, I will now be handing the chair over to our next most senior senator, of which that is Danny Murcia, Senator Murcia.
Okay, give me a second, Murcia. I am about to give you co-host access.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations? Senator Soto. Sorry.
I would like to nominate Senator Murcia for Senate President.
I accept, but before I do that, Deshaun has sent me a message. So the election process is the senators nominated will have 5 minutes to present their case about why they want to be Senate President. We will go in alphabetical order by last names. Immediately after each speech, no more than 2 senators will be allowed to address a question to the candidate who just presented. We will then go into then con into pro debate for 2 minutes for each debate. With that, I accept the nomination, and is there a second? Sorry. Senator Lassard.
So seconded.
Senator Harmon, do you accept your nomination? We never actually did that.
I do. Thank you.
And with that, I will be handing over the chairship to our next senior senator, which is Senator Gertz.
Okay. Give me a second, Gertz.
They make me feel so old.
It appears we have a point on the floor.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that. Yep. Senator Marcus?
I believe Senator Mouget wanted to say something. She had her hand raised on the screen.
Hi, yes, my apologies. I just kind of wanted to do a clarification. I'm also the most senior senator as well. But just for the sake of time, I'll just go ahead and give it up to Senator Gertz, but just wanted to clarify that there are multiple people who are the most senior.
Okay.
But Gertz.
I appreciate you all for bringing up the most senior. Let's just get the show on the road so we can.
Hey, no, you know
president.
what? No, time out, everybody. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something a little bit different tonight so we can get the ball rolling here. So Deshaun, can you please preside over the rest of this process?
Yes, I would do that.
He's not allowed to.
Why wouldn't he be allowed to?
Because only the senator or the student body vice president, which you've already stated, is given special privilege, is allowed to preside over Senate meetings. Also, in the event
as well as the student government advisor.
In the event of a tie, the chair is given the tie-breaking vote, and only senators are allowed to cast votes in the student senate.
Right. So as long as we don't vote.
But then there's nothing to deal with the tie. I'm also not running for student senate president, so there will be no more handing down of things.
Okay.
I understand why it's annoying, but I'm not running, so you're good. The buck stops with me.
So Senator Mouget, you're passing to Gertz.
Yes, sir. Senator Gertz can preside. My apologies for wasting time.
So can we please move forward?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are there any further nominations for student senate president? Senator Rudd, do you have a further nomination? Let me just unmute you.
Yes, I would like to nominate Senator Gonzalez.
Is it second first? Yeah. Would anyone like to second that motion? Senator Stoltz.
So seconded.
Senator Gonzalez, could you raise your hand real quick so I could ask if you would accept? Thank you very much, Senator Gonzalez.
I accept. Thank you.
Are there any further nominations for student senate president? Senator England, do you have a nomination?
I have a just a point of personal privilege, if that's okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. I just want to express concern over the fact that you will be presiding over the Senate president election, given that you yourself aren't running, but one of the members of the political party you chair is, and the person presiding over the president election gets to pick who asks the candidate questions and who speaks in pro of the candidates. And while I trust your integrity, and I trust that there wouldn't be any fudging of the election, you are in a position of power to favor some members of Senate over the others. And so if you were to do the right thing, it would be to hand it over to the next person who has no conflict of interest, which you clearly do. Thank you.
I appreciate your point of personal privilege. Senator Linsky is up next on my docket. Thank you.
As a direct response to the esteemed Senator England, I'd like to point out that he did say that he very much trusts Mr. Gertz to chair this meeting with honor. I say we take him at his word.
Senator Linsky, you must, I appreciate that you're new here, but you must do things in a point. So that would be a point of clarification, but that would be an argumentative point. So for that reason, you're no longer recognized by the chair. As for the people who are raising their fingers, you need not raise your fingers. I will choose people based on the order in which they come in. Thankfully, Zoom provides us that order. And if you do not, if you don't trust me as much, there are also multiple other co-hosts who are watching the order come in just as I am on my screen. For that reason, I will not step down. But I will choose people as their hand goes up in the order in which they go up, especially as I have served in the Student Senate for going on many years and I have seen many different political parties. I believe that we can get through this. Are there any further nominations for Student Senate President? Senator Soto. Oh, no. Sorry. Anyone else? Ryan, Quentin, Senator England, Senator Villacorta, do you have nominations or? Yeah, Senator Villacorta with a point.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Point of personal privilege. Would you mind speaking a little bit closer to your microphone? Some of the audio can be a little distant.
Yes, I apologize. I will actually.
Go full gamer.
Thank you kindly.
Is that better? I appreciate it. Thank you. My laptop is 4 years old. It's as old as I am in this place. Senator Soto, do you have a motion or a point?
I motion to exit nominations if no one else has the nomination.
Alrighty, is there a second to that motion? Senator Boole.
So seconded.
Alrighty, thank you, Senator Boole. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we will now enter the election process. As far as I understand, the last names of the three senators running are Gonzalez, Harman, and Murcia. I believe that's the correct alphabetical order. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm not. I am in college. Alrighty then, we will go ahead and what I will do is create a quick breakout room. Do I have that ability here? Oh, I believe
I'll put
Deshaun has to, yes.
I'll put you all in the waiting room.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Deshaun. And I will pull up the Senate Rules of Procedure just so I get this exactly correct.
I am putting everything in. Where is Murcia? Oh, thanks for raising your hand. Save me time. Okay, everyone is in the waiting room.
Awesome. All right, just to clarify once again for the new senators, each of the candidates will be given 5 minutes to present to the Senate, followed by no more than 2 questions, followed by no more than 2 minutes of debate upon their candidacy for the office. That no con debate will be allowed. If you raise your hand and decide to go negative on a candidate, I will stop you, and that time will not be depleted from the debate for the candidate. So that is no more than 2 minutes. Precedent is that 2 minutes is divided between two people, because otherwise it gets a little bit messy. Though if there is additional time remaining, because the rules do not say no, I will allow others to speak. However, let me make sure Senator Gonzalez is, I will bring in Senator Gonzalez.
Oops. Hold on. Let me put Marcia back in the. I was clicking on the same time you was clicking on it. So.
Oh, I apologize.
Marcia, I'm putting you back in the rating room. Okay.
All righty. And Senator Gonzalez, could you please raise your hand so I could unmute you real quick? All righty. Thank you very much. Senator Gonzalez, you'll have 5 minutes to address the Senate, followed by no more than 2 questions and no more than 2 minutes of debate, all of which, none of which will be allowed to be con.
Awesome, thank you. Is there any way that I can share my screen or like show something, Deshaun, or no?
I believe Deshaun could give you co-host status temporarily, which should allow you to do that.
Give me a second.
Awesome, thank you.
And Deshaun, when you have time, I believe Senator Tukes has arrived in the waiting room. Tukes, is it Tukes or Tukes? Tukes, thank you.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that we're all correct. Also, while we're waiting real quick, we all have the ability to rename ourselves.
Just a quick second. Hold on, Bren. Quick.
Yes, sir.
I think we accidentally let Marcia back in. Can you put her back in the waiting room?
Oh, that's fine.
So I just wanted to stop you before you.
Oh yeah, no, I was just going to say, for all the senators here, if you feel comfortable, I would invite you all to add your pronouns to the end of your name, as we've been given the ability to rename ourselves. I think it would be very good to show support for not just our transgender and non-binary students, but all students at campus, each of whom deserve to have their gender identities respected. So I would invite you all to do that. Of course, at your pleasure, you do not have to. Thank you. Alrighty, are we all situated?
Yes, I gave you. Are you able to show your screen? Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, you may begin when ready, Ashley.
Awesome, thank you. Good evening, fellow senators. My name is Ashley Gonzalez. I'm a sophomore, dual degreeing in criminology and international affairs with a concentration in philosophy. And I'm a proud New Yorker who sparingly claims Orlando. Throughout the past months, I've had the honor to meet so many of you. I've heard your stories, your reasons for being in this space, and through you, I have seen this university's promise. I'm with you today in this space and in this presidential race with the hope of restoring the soul of our Senate and embracing this new era of true activism, representation, and change. I am with you today for the love I have for Florida State, the belief I have in every single one of you, and the calling that exists for competent, selfless leadership. At the helm of this body lies a challenge, the challenge of rebuilding a body whose efficiency, transparency, and purpose has been called to question, rebuilding its character, morality, and efficacy, rebuilding its vision and its role towards a better tomorrow. As some of the best student leaders Florida State has to offer, we were collectively handed this challenge. We are here today to mark the beginnings, to set the foundation for what the future of the Senate is going to look like. I am here to ensure we build that foundation, one that looks to respect all who come to us and strives to value your individuality, your voice, your identity, and those who you bring to this space. I came into these chambers because I wanted to be a vessel for reformation, representation, and restitution. I wanted to open the door for those who look like me, and I wanted to show them that it is possible. It's possible to be a person of color in leadership, to be fierce and vocal, and to be unapologetic in your advocacy and fight for what you believe to be true. That exact thing would be my goal in this position, to push further, fight harder, and challenge every single one of you to do the same. to look beyond individuality and self-interest and meet others where they're at, to understand someone else's character, purpose, drive, and establish that mutual understanding as the premise of our interactions, our beings. Within the Student Senate, I have held several different positions: Chair of Oversight, Vice Chair of Oversight, Vice Chair of Racial Inclusivity and Justice Ad Hoc, Liaison for the Veteran Student Union and the Black Student Union. In these positions, I have acquired the tools needed to understand how to lead with purpose, efficiency, and transparency. As Senate President, I intend to establish a Senate-wide drive that will have designated folders for every committee to upload amended legislation, calendars and journals, and signed bills and resolutions for ease of access without having to look through numerous emails. I will aid the Pro Tempore in establishing a more efficient voting method that is secure and accessible to all senators. I will continue President Duraldic's weekly emails to ensure communication pathways are open and to decrease mistakes and confusion for committees. And above all, I will foster an environment of community, empathy, respect, and advocacy for those who you wish to represent. The story of the Senate is transcribed by those who came before us. There's a lot of beauty in that story. There's a lot of pain in it too, a lot of struggle and injustice and work left to do. And who we choose as our president in this election will determine whether or not we honor that struggle and chip away at that injustice and keep alive the very possibility of finishing the work the student body so desperately deserves. As your Senate president, I will honor that struggle. Under my leadership, this Senate will stand for something bigger. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Senator Gonzalez, you yield with 54 seconds remaining. And now, if you would like to ask Senator Gonzalez a question, please raise your hand at this time. We will be allowing, as per rules, no more than 2 questions. It seems our first question is going to come from Senator England.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. So, Senator Gonzalez, understanding that you originally voted to keep former President Jack Denton in office, and then only switched your vote when pressured, and further understanding you claim to represent all students, how can you claim this to be true?
Yeah, so I'd just like to clarify, I didn't switch my vote because of the pressure. I switched it because of the further understanding of the situation that I had. That was a difficult decision, and the only reason that I changed it was not because I was under the public eye, but it was because I understood the struggle and I understood what it actually meant. I understood the depth of his words. I understood the depth of the conversation, and I understood that I had a duty to do, and I had a duty to reflect and try to reaffirm my mistakes. And that's why I changed it. It was not because of pressure. It was because of understanding and evolution and revolution within myself and my character.
And I would just like to say, while I appreciate wishing to ask a question, I would just ask that in the future, any questions given to Senator Gonzalez or any of the other candidates do not contain a moment where where a senator says something that they could not know to be true, such as stating why a senator changed their mind. So I would just request that we don't go down that path for future questions. But thank you very much, Senator Gonzalez and Senator England. Are there any other questions for Senator Gonzalez? So that'll be Senator Randall.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Candidate, can you talk about how you're going to help transition new senators into their role, especially given that, we're trying to fill a lot of vacant seats as we come into the 7-8 third?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the question. So obviously the first aspect of that is reaching out individually. I think personal follow-up and personal kind of mentoring is very important in terms of integrating yourself to the Senate and integrating yourself to the rules and everything we're governed by but it's also about kind of bringing them into the rest of the senators and maybe even pairing them up with older senators and kind of having them shadow things like writing legislation, like coming to committee meetings, like understanding the rest of the aspects. So obviously it starts from orientation from day one, but it also extends throughout the tenure of their like term as a senator. So following up individually, making sure that they're oriented, making sure that we're reaching out when we can, that I'm reaching out when I can, and making sure that I'm helping in any way I can within legislation, within their committee assignments, within anything is very important for them to be kind of acclimated to the environment of the Senate.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for asking that question, Senator Randall. And thank you, Senator Gonzalez, for answering that question. Senator Gonzalez, I believe our advisor will move you back into the waiting room for the debate. And I would just like to make a note for the rest of the senators who will be voting at the end of all the speeches. Whenever we go to actually take a vote on the presidency, Deshaun will call your name, and then at that point, you will send your vote directly message to him, and that will allow you to remain anonymous in your votes, which you are guaranteed by the Senate rules.
Give me a second to put you, Gonzalez, back in the. I have to withdraw your privileges in order for me to put you back in the waiting room. Okay. She's in the waiting room.
Alrighty. Are there any senators wishing to speak in favor of Senator Gonzalez's candidacy? Please raise your hand now. Are there any senators wishing to speak in favor of candidate Gonzalez for the Senate presidency? I will just wait one moment. Seeing none, I believe we would just move on to the next candidate, if I'm correct. All right,
Yes.
then we'll move on to considering the next. Is someone,
Someone extinguished the time for that.
Oh, is someone willing to make a motion to extinguish the time for debate? Senator Roy.
I move to make a motion to extinguish the time of debate.
All right. Thank you very much, Senator Roy. Are there any seconds? Senator Murray.
So seconded.
Thank you very much, Senator Murray. With that, the time is extinguished in debate. If you have your hand raised and you're not trying to make a point, please lower that hand. Thank you very much. I believe our next candidate is Senator Harmon. So I will allow Deshaun to bring him in. All righty. Senator Harmon, could you raise your hand so that I could unmute you?
All right, that was my fault. I went to get
Oh, you're there. You're good. Awesome.
Do you mind giving me host or co-host to share something real quick?
Yes. Okay, you have co-host ability.
All right, thank you. Oh, it's not sharing. Okay, there we go. All right. Are we ready?
Yes, Senator Harmon, you will be given 5 minutes to present. Following those 5 minutes, you will be asked no more than 2 questions by the fellow senators. And after that point, we would move back to the waiting room and no more than 2 minutes of pro debate will be held on your candidacy. You may
All
begin
right,
when ready.
thank you. All right, so hey y'all, my name is Alexander Harmon. I'm a third-year junior studying political science with a minor in anthropology, and I come from Miami, Florida. My journey began my freshman year when I entered the Senate with only literally one friend and an open mind. All I knew was that I had a passion for government and politics with a genuine urge to leave a lasting and positive change. I'm proud to have served with ambitious and kind-hearted leaders that share this same drive for change. Throughout my past terms, in my capacity as the Programming Allocations Committee, or PAC chair, and President Pro Tempore, I've had the pleasure of meeting other engaged students who have helped me grow and learn more than I could ever have imagined. Before I go into my proposals, I would like to thank everyone here for being here tonight and to listen to what I have to say. I've chosen to run for this position because the hardships that this Senate faces shows that it needs someone who is experienced and understands the power that this Senate holds with regards to the change that can be created. I want to share my goals with you about how I envision the path to restoring respect and dignity to this Senate. One of the duties of the Senate President is to appoint officers of the Senate. These officers are the parliamentarian, the press secretary, and the Senate clerk. All of these roles have distinct responsibilities that past Senate presidents have not used to their full potential. During my time as pro tempore, I brought up numerous times, yet was denied, about how they should be a part of the weekly leadership meetings. This would allow them to be on the same page as Senate leadership, in which the Senate president would be able to delegate responsibility to each officer. I already have some new responsibilities for each role if I were elected Senate president. I would want the parliamentarian to do a complete and thorough audit of the rules of procedure in order to resolve any conflicting or outdated rules, as we've seen today. I would task the press secretary with revamping the social media accounts and working with the SGA webmaster, Ben Young, to update and refurbish the legislative branch tab on the SGA website to adopt a new and refreshing professional look. Lastly, I would task the clerk with handling another new project that I have in mind, and that is the introduction of a Canvas page. I think an important issue from the 72nd we need to address is the lack of organization, both internally and externally, as we've seen today. Bills, resolutions, and the calendar were either lost or never in the right place. If we move some of our Senate business to a Canvas page, much like the Garnet and Gold Key Leadership Society already does, as is shared on my flyer, we can better organize where the legislation is and make it easier and convenient to access, as we all use Canvas already. Additionally, the clerk would be tasked with communicating with the committee chairs and vice chairs while making sure the Canvas is organized and updated each week with legislation, the calendar, and any other important information that pertains to that week. Not only must we focus on organization, but also our ability to govern. Governing means we must represent the students of the entire university. One way to begin our information into a fully functional governing body is to train ourselves on how to do that. I think it would be beneficial for all of us to go through National Coalition Building Institute, or NCBI, and Green Dot training, among others. Next, I believe it is in the best interest of the entire Senate to rebuild our connections with the agencies. These identity agencies serve the most diverse groups of students on campus, and with the recent actions of the former Senate presidents, we owe them our apology and recognition. One action I will take is enhancing our connections with our liaisons, for I myself cannot solely rebuild the connections with these unions. The liaisons serve as the major artery between the agencies and us. Therefore, I will enforce Rule 2.8E, which requires a report from the liaisons at least on a monthly basis. Through this enforcement, it will push liaisons to reach out to the agencies and beyond. On the topic of inclusion, I will be reinstating the Racial Inclusivity and Justice Ad Hoc and task them with building a coalition with the agency leaders and Senate identity caucuses to pass legislation specifically advocating and assisting with the needs of minority students. To shift gears a little, I know questions have been raised regarding my role on the Amplify e-board. I understand the conflict this may also have serving as Senate president, which is why, if elected, I will resign my role on the Amplify e-board in order to remain impartial and fair to all parties and senators. All actions taken as Senate president will be my own. Now look, we've seen how important electing a new Senate president is. After all, it's a decision that is meant to last for a whole year. It's a role that requires compassion, understanding, and an open mind. And I believe I led as pro tempore with all of these and more. The Senate is in dire need of help. We need a leader who can restore faith and trust in this body, which has all but disappeared. I wholeheartedly believe that I'm not just a person who can do that, but the person who can do that. The Senate should welcome all students, including but not limited to LGBT students, Black and Indigenous people of color, survivors of power-based personal violence, Hispanic Latinx students, veterans, Jewish students, Palestinian students, religious and a-religious students, among others. These students should have no fear of discrimination or persecution for what they stand for. If elected, above all else, I promise to foster a Senate of inclusivity and collaboration. Thank you all, and I look forward to taking any questions.
Alrighty, Senator Harmon yields with 4 seconds remaining. Senator Harmon, could you stop sharing your screen, please? I appreciate that. Seeing as there are hands already up, I think people know what happens next. So I believe Senator Villacorta had his hand raised first to ask the first question of Senator Harmon.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Why did you feel it was appropriate to quote Margaret Thatcher in your page, someone who funneled money to paramilitary death squads in Northern Ireland, leading to the deaths of hundreds of civilians, as well as a personal close friend and supporter of the Chilean military dictator Pinochet, who executed a brutal regime resulting in the deaths of thousands?
The actions of people that I find their quotes interesting or to apply to this situation do not reflect on my positions. I apologize that that quote is a quote that I believe to stand true for this body. Unfortunately, it was said by her, but I believe that quote embodies my true ideals, and that is we should hope for better change. I also included Ruth Bader Ginsburg that you did not share, but I think that was an important quote as well. I respect women in leadership. I respect the leadership that these women have posed to the world and the change that they have brought to people around the world. So I thank you for that question, but yes, that is my answer.
Thank you very much, Senator Villacorta and Senator Harmon. Just so everyone is clear, if you raise your hand, I can call on you to ask a question. I believe that the next senator in line is Senator Lassard. Just unmute you.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Candidate Harmon, you said you would make Senate accessible for all students. In what ways do you make sure? Are you going to make sure the Senate is accessible and serving to all students here at Florida State University?
We all know the situation with both our Senate presidents and how they had their biases and their, I guess, miscalculations of different groups of people. I'm neither one of those people. I accept people as they are. I don't ask them to change for me. I don't change for them. I believe that this body will be welcoming and open to everybody. I think social media is an important aspect of that. Through our press secretary, we can hold events with agencies. It's really not that hard to hold events with our agencies if they're willing to work with us. But before we are able to do that, we must gain that connection back with the agencies who are honestly hurt from what has happened in these past few months. So it's not, I can't really do that yet until we've built this coalition of leaders that are willing to help us. I think collaboration is really, really, really important. And so I find it important to collaborate with the people that represent those people specifically. Thank you for that question.
Thank you very much, Senator Harmon. I believe Deshaun will remand you back to the waiting room, and then we will go ahead with 2 minutes of pro debate. Just a reminder, no con debate will be allowed within that section. Should someone begin to speak in the negative of a particular candidate, they will be stopped, and that time will be stricken from the countdown, so to say. Senator Lassard, could you please lower your hand from the last round, just so we can get a clear slate? I believe the first senator who raised his hand is Senator England. Senator England, you're recognized by the chair, but just real quick, so I can just a clarification, there will be no more than 2 minutes of pro debate. I just wanted to make sure you know the exact timing, but feel free to start when ready.
Alex Harmon served as President Pro Tempore of this body for an entire year, longer, might I add, than both of the 72nd Student Senate presidents. We're fresh out of a tempestuous Senate filled with frustration and emotion. However, we now find ourselves on the brink of changing that tune. When Alex looks at people who serve in the Senate, He doesn't see the FSU party they were elected to represent. He sees senators. This body is meant to be united, yet we find ourselves scarred by the past. We find ourselves bitterly divided, and as President Lincoln said in 1858, a house divided against itself cannot stand. The single greatest task for the next Senate president is to restore trust, faith, and legitimacy back into this body. Over the past few months, despite everything that's gone on, Alex has led with confidence, kindness, and guided this body with a steady hand, and I see no one more capable than him to reunite us. I yield the floor.
Thank you very much, Senator England. Senator England yields with 55 seconds remaining for debate. So thank you very much to my good friend from across the pond. Senator Randall, you are recognized as the next senator awaiting to speak in pro. Just a reminder, you will have 55 seconds. If you watch my hand, I'll raise my fingers to try to give you a little countdown. All righty. There you go. You may begin when you are ready. I believe I asked to. There you go. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Hearing Alex speak made me remember, in some ways, why I joined Senate, and most importantly, what happened when I joined Senate. I had no idea what I was doing, and no idea what direction I needed to move forward. But knew that I had things that I needed to do on behalf of the communities that I represented. And Alex's grace and patience, I think, really showed in that moment. And I think it'll be really key when we talk about new senators coming in and these new senators that have just been elected, in training them and inspiring them to create great legislation that changes our university for the better. I also think his knowledge of statutes is pretty important. I mean, you can almost see the man recite line and verse the statutes that are applicable to situations. And I think that's really important. And I think the last thing I want to note is his constant and unwavering support of students.
Senator Randall, the time unfortunately has expired, but thank you very much for speaking in favor of candidate Harmon. Alrighty, I believe since the time has extinguished, we can move on to our final candidate for Student Senate President, Daniela Murcia. So thank you very much. And Senator Murcia, if you will please raise your hand so that I can unmute you.
I just unmuted her.
Oh, thank you very much.
Brendan, can I send you something so you can put in the chat?
If you would like, we can give you co-host privileges so that you could share your screen. If you would prefer to send it in the chat, I assume it's I assume it's just a pamphlet or a flyer of some sort.
It's just a little flyer. I don't want co-host because I have a speech as well.
Alrighty, awesome. Yeah, you could just message it to me. I'll message it out to everyone. Alrighty, just give me a quick second. This is not usually how it goes whenever we're all in person. Oh, well, I did it right. I believe, please tell me if that worked, everyone. Just a little awesome. Thank you very much, Senator Boole. Thank you very much, Senator Soto. I appreciate that. So everyone should now have access to it. Just as a moment to clarify, Senator Murcia, you will be given 5 minutes to present. Following those 5 minutes to present, you will be asked no more than 2 questions by the other senators. Those questions may be pointed but may not be negative or reflect negatively upon Senator Murcia's character. Please try to say 2 objective things. And then after that, you will be remanded back to the waiting room, and then we will move on with no more than 2 minutes of pro. In favor of you, any con debate will not be allowed and will be removed from the countdown. All righty, Senator Murcia.
Before we begin,
yes.
Will Alex, Ashley, and I be put back in during voting so we're also able to vote?
Yes, everyone will be returned so they'll be able to vote, and you will vote by sending your vote directly to Deshaun in a private message to ensure your anonymity, though I do believe we might have a clue of who you'll vote for. And so with that, Senator Murcia, you may begin when ready.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Danny Murcia. For the new senators, congratulations on your inauguration. And for the returning, I'm honored to have the privilege of working with you again. This is my third term in the Florida State University Senate. During my time, I've served as the chair of RTAC, chair of the Racial Inclusivity and Justice Ad Hoc, and as a proud member of the Pride and Hispanic Latinx caucuses. I've stuck around so long because I've seen what this body can do when it does the work that the community demands of it. Every day, students at the university face challenges that affect their college experiences that we have the power to help with, from COVID relief to college affordability and representation and resources for students in the university space. The Senate has the power to concretely make the lives of students better and impact the Tallahassee community, yet we rarely use it. For too long, we have looked at ourselves as student leaders. To really benefit the student body, we need to start looking at ourselves as student organizers. We need to help the students use their power to organize around issues and help them stand up to those in positions of authority and make their voices heard, whether that be to the university administration or the Tallahassee and Florida government. We should not portray ourselves as legislators, but as activists that use legislation to push for social change and resources for the students we are here to serve. FSU used to be known as the Berkeley of the South for the social change and progressive cause that they fought for on this campus. And we need to return to that spirit. Too often, we have sat here and wondered why students don't come to us with their problems. I want the Senate to meet our students where they are. Ask them ourselves what they need from us, what problems they face, and how we can help. If elected, I will reinstate the Racial Inclusivity and Justice Ad Hoc Committee that I chaired to fight for the minority communities of FSU to ensure that they are given just as much of a place on this campus as other students, and that the university recognizes and reconciles with its shameful past. I will also reinstate the Sustainability Ad Hoc to focus legislative efforts on environmental initiatives and driving FSU to become a more sustainable campus. I will also instate an ad hoc with the goal of working to ensure that the Pride community is protected and has access to much needed resources across all the areas of campus. To ensure that the student body can tell us, without the fear of retaliation, how we are serving them, I will instate an anonymous feedback form to be included on the Senate minutes posted on the SGA website, so students can tell us on a weekly basis how they felt about the actions we did and did not take as as their representatives. I will also instate monthly town halls where students can come talk to their senators directly and learn about what initiatives we are working on. I know that there are some that want to return to the normalcy of previous Senates, but these are not normal times, and the complacency and comfort that Senate once operated with cannot be a part of how we conduct ourselves if we want to move forward and pursue real issues. We will be a model of good governance, service, and activism. I want to serve as a resource and as a friend who can help everyone in this room reach the best version of themselves, because when we are at our best, we can serve the students the best. Do not take for granted the power that this body has and what it can accomplish. I humbly ask that you consider me for Senate President and that we can walk hand in hand into a productive, caring, responsible, and service-minded 73rd. With that, I yield.
Thank you very much. Senator Murcia yields with 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining, though it doesn't really matter. Alrighty, looking at the order in which the hands have gone up, the first question will come from Senator Stultz. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I was just going to ask, how would you make sure Senate is accessible and serving to all members of the student body?
Okay, so with the form that I would like to create that we would put in the minutes, basically any student who wants to say something and they don't feel comfortable maybe saying it during opening announcements, or they want to just say it at the end and can't, with this form, they would be able to type it up and send it up immediately. And then we would be able to see where we have done right and where we have done wrong and need to improve. That way it's accessible to all students and we're also able to hear them and do better. Does that answer your question, Ben?
All right. Thank you very much for the answer, Senator Murcia. The next senator who has his hand raised is Senator England.
Thank you very much. So Senator Murcia, it's been brought to my attention that you missed a number of RTAC meetings during your tenure as chair, regular committee meetings, and you've missed recent full Senate meetings as well. So the question is, how can the elected members of this body be sure you'll dedicate the time and commitment to this position and actually show up?
That's an absolutely fair question. During my year as RTAC chair, I was actually going through some health issues where I would get these really horrible migraine. It had to do with some things that I really don't feel comfortable discussing with the Senate. But I have been going to doctors recently, and I've actually been working towards getting better. Thank goodness I have medication now that prevents these migraines. So that's kind of more the RTAC. So why I had a liaison to RTAC and why I didn't show up to a few of them. And as for the recent Senate meetings, I did not feel that Senate was a safe space with the past presiding officer. I did not feel it appropriate to be going to these meetings when so many students had come and had stated their concerns and had asked for Senate not to meet until the presiding officer was removed. So you can be assured that I will be at these meetings because my health issues are being fixed and I haven't had a migraine in a good minute, which is great. And I also, if I ever hurt the student body in the same way that our previous presiding officer did, you can be assured that I would do the right thing and step down because I wouldn't want to hurt students the same way. I hope that answers your question. If not, then please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Murcia. I think I share the opinions of the entire Senate when we say we're very happy to hear that your health issues are getting better and resolving.
Thank you.
We wish you the best of luck in that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Deshaun will then now move you to the waiting room so that we can begin with 2 minutes of pro.
Thank you.
Just a reminder.
Give me a couple more seconds.
Oh, you're fine, Deshaun. Thank you very much for helping with this whole process. This is a lot easier to do when you can just say, get out. We usually sit in the between the two doors in HCB, but alas, the world doesn't want us to be happy. All righty. Now we are entering into no more than 2 minutes of pro. Once again, just a reminder, anybody speaking negatively of the candidate will be stopped and that time will not be deducted from the overall 2 minutes. The first senator who has their hand raised is Senator Marcus, I believe. All right.
Okay, so my first interaction in SGA was with Senator Murcia as she was RTAC chair. And most students, their experience with SGA is coming to one of the funding boards. And Danny made my process so smoothly. I was the treasurer of a lesser known meteorology RSO trying to get over $2,000 for a conference trip. And she fought for that small organization all the way up through the 2/3 Senate vote that it required. So I know she champions organizations and voices that aren't necessarily represented all the way in the Senate. In the past year, she has chaired the Racial Justice and Inclusivity Ad Hoc at the end of the 72nd Senate. And as a female person of color and a member of the Pride Caucus and as a former RTAC chair, I know that Danny really knows how to connect students to SGA regardless of their major or whatever demographics they belong to. And therefore, I believe Danny will bring power to the people, and that is what the 73rd Senate needs.
All right. Thank you very much, Senator Marcus. Yielding with Exactly 1 minute remaining. Quite impressive. I think I've seen it happen once in my apparently long tenure. And so the next person with their hand up is Senator Soto.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for letting me speak. I just wanted to reflect my time with Senator Murcia. I recently was the vice chair for the investigative board, in which I worked with Senator Murcia. And not only is she very knowledgeable with sorry, my parents are being so loud. Not only is she knowledgeable with like her Rob's rules and procedures and stuff like that, she also knows what she's doing. She is very knowledgeable in terms of what the students need, what we as senators need to do in order to help the students. She has done phenomenal in the racial inclusivity and justice ad hoc, chairing that. I've heard so many great things about the meetings and what they've done. I've even seen some forums that they've done. And I really think that she is very qualifiable for this role.
Alrighty, thank you very much to Senator Soto. With that, we have finished the round of debate on candidate Murcia. I believe that is all of our candidates for student Senate president. Excuse me there. And so, yeah, we can go ahead and move to bring all the candidates back in. What will happen is that Deshaun will call out your name from the roll, and you will individually message him your vote. As a clarification, I, of course, will not be voting in this unless there is a tie. Should no candidate receive a majority vote within the Student Senate, we will go to a runoff between the two highest vote-getting candidates. And so I just wanted to make that clarification for y'all. Senator Marcus, do you have a point? All right, Senator Marcus, you're recognized for a point of?
Point of clarification, who do we send their vote to again?
So that would be a point of information. So information is like a question, clarification is a factual answer, but you will send your vote in a direct message to SGA Senate Advisor Deshaun Scott. Yes, he's the
Thank
one
you.
who called your roll earlier. Senator Nasworthy, I believe you have a point as well.
I have a point of information as well. What do we exactly say? Do we just say the last name of the candidate, or?
Yes, you can. Sorry to interrupt, Brendan.
No,
you
you're
all
fine.
don't send it to me now. I'm gonna call your name and send you your votes.
Yes, please
So when
allow
I
this
call
to
your
be.
name,
Yeah, please allow this to be orderly.
If you send it to me now, just hold off, and I'm gonna call your name again.
Okay, but the last name is perfectly fine. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And Senator Murcia, I believe you have a point.
Point of personal privilege, can you send the names of all of the candidates in the general chat so everyone knows who they are in order of speeches? Thank you.
Yes, I will go ahead and do that real quick. So we have, and let me just make sure I spell everyone's names right. I don't want to mistake. And though I have served with all of these people, so I should get it right. I'm also a German major, so. So the first candidate we had was Senator Gonzalez, followed by Senator Harman, followed by Senator Murcia. And those are the spellings there. Thankfully, they all have different first letters, so as long as the letter's right, I think we'll be fine. Usually, I'm old enough, I remember the little slips of paper. Senator Nasworthy, do you have a point, or is your hand just still up? Awesome, thank you very much, Senator Nasworthy. Deshaun, I believe we're ready.
Okay, give me a couple seconds so I can have some type of structure on my screen.
This was always a very messy affair, even in person. I remember Dr. Acosta having to hand out multiple sets of pieces of paper because someone would forget to vote, someone would vote twice, and everything was a mess. And they would go out into the cold and count them, and it would take so long. But
okay, like I said, if you all just send me your votes, I'm not going to count them. I'm going to wait till I call your name. Please wait till I call your name. It's still coming through. So everyone stop typing for a little bit. Okay. When I call your name, that's when you're going to send me your votes. So if you already sent it to me previously, I'm not going to count them. All right. Can I have Mercia, Senator Mercia, Flashman, and Tackett? I have Senator Roy, Senator Villacorta, and Senator Marcus. Again, Senator Marcus. I have Senator Bateman, Senator Gertz, and Senator Hunter. I mean, oops, sorry about that, Gertz. I forgot you presiding officer.
You're good.
And I have Senator Little, Senator Bergen, and Senator Rudolph. Senator Cassidy Bergen, I need your vote. Thank you. Senator Jackson Destiny, Senator Grunberger, and Senator Rossi. Thank you all. Can I have Senator Mujay, Senator Shaler, and Senator Chance Persia. May I please have Senator Randall, Senator Stoltz, next I have Senator Brooke Arut, Senator England, and Senator Rain. Can I have Senator Nasworthy, Senator Lessert, Senator Tatiana Dupier? Senator Tatiana Dupier. Need your vote. Okay, Senator Tatiana, I did not have your vote. I will come back to you after I finish calling everyone else to give you time. So can I have Senator Angela Rodriguez, Senator Matthew Linksey, and Senator Ridicule, Adrian. Can I have Senator Liam Fineout, Senator Ash Soto, and Senator Mia Lewis. May I have Senator Harman, Senator Ramos, and Senator Sam? Okay. Got you, Harman. Got you, Sam. Senator Gonzalez and Senator Martin and Senator Gabadach. Senator Reed, Anna Grace Reed, Senator Maddie Moore, Senator Bruce Suarez. Senator Sarah Nemeth, Senator Katie Russell, Senator Jack Hitchcock. Senator Henry Millian, Senator Brooke Murray, and Senator Olivia Rest. Senator Daniel Rivera, Senator Ryan Thorpe, Senator Kate Hitchcock. Senator Daniel Rivera, waiting for your vote. Thank you. Senator Tooks, Senator Bull, Senator Alvarez. Ready for your votes, Senator Tooks. Thank you. Senator Cole Stinson, Senator Robert Gonzalez, and Senator Amabella Rudd. I believe I got everyone up. Let me go back up. Senator Tatiana Dupier, do you have a vote? If not, I will put abstain. Okay. I believe I have everyone. If I miss you, please raise your hand. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to mute myself and count these votes. Please give me at least 3 to 5 minutes. I want to make sure that I actually count every single vote, because every single vote does matter, and I'll come back.
As my last few moments of being the presiding officer, I would like to show you all something that makes me very happy, which is my adorable little cats that cuddle with each other. And so I just rescued one today, and I'm really happy about it. So. And I want to give first the congratulations to everyone who won their election to this Senate. Congratulations. It's a hard job. I have been involved in many an election. I am tired and old. I believe only Senators Harman, Murcia, and Mouget might be able to tie me for how tired they are of dealing with all of the elections and whatnot. But congratulations, and thank you very much to our candidates for running. It's a monumental effort to even put yourself out there, and I would like to just congratulate and thank you all for that. This has been quite a lot of work just to oversee your election, so whoever wins is in for a fun time, and I wish you the best of luck with that. But I think Senator Harmon might be the only one to tie me for cute animals, as I believe Casper is an adorable little corgi. So, but I will forever, it's an adorable dog, Senator Murcia, but I will forever hold chair of bird caucus with Susie. No one can beat my bird. But my first time running for Senate, I ran against David Higgins, who was the Senate president at the time, and that didn't go well for me in the election cycle. So I'm happy to be able to see his replacement, and maybe finally I'll move on from FSU at some point, but love the place. So. I don't like silence. Oh. Oh, Deshaun?
Yes. Congratulations, incoming Senate President Harman.
All righty, congratulations, Senate President Harmon. It is a great honor to be able to hand over the chair to a dear friend and colleague. I wish you the best.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Brendan, Senator Gertz, for taking over. I know this isn't always fun. All right. So now our next order of business is electing a wonderful pro tempore of the Senate. Let me just get the calendar up as I didn't have it up before. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, it's not working, but I can see it, so that's fine. All right. Is there a motion to open the floor for nominations for President pro tempore of the Senate? Senator Soto.
So moved.
Senator Boole.
So seconded.
All right. Are there any objections to that? I don't think we have objections, so, but if anybody is willing to have any. All right. Seeing none. Is there anybody wishing to nominate a person for pro tempore? Senator Soto. There we go.
With much honor, I would love to nominate Senator Wang for pro tempore.
Is there a second to that nomination? Senator Marcus.
So seconded.
All right. Senator Wang, do you accept? Let me just unmute you there.
Yes, I humbly accept. Thank you.
All right. Are there any more nominations for Senate President pro tempore at this time? Oh, Senator Murray.
I'd like to nominate Senator Martin.
All right. Is there a second to that nomination? Senator Hitchcock. Awesome.
So seconded.
All right. Senator Martin, do you accept? Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong person. You moved. All right.
I humbly accept.
All right. Are there any more nominations for President pro tempore? Senator Tooks.
I nominate Senator Amabella Rudd.
Is there a second to that nomination? Senator Gonzalez.
So seconded.
All right. Senator Rudd, do you accept? I don't see your name. 1 second.
I found it for you.
Okay. Senator Rudd, do you accept?
I do not accept on terms of an upcoming forward. I
All right.
apologize.
Totally understandable. All right. Are there any more nominations for President pro tempore? Seeing none, Senator England.
Mr. President, I move to close the floor.
Is there a second? Senator Randall.
Mr. President, I second.
Are there any objections to closing the floor for nominations? Senator Tooks, is that still or do you want your hand lowered? Okay, awesome. All right, the floor for nominations is closed. I believe in order, it is Senator Martin that goes first and then Senator Wang next. It goes the same way as the presidential election that we just had. 5 minutes for your opening or for your speech, 2 minutes if pro speakers and 2 questions. Any questions before we begin for anybody? All right, seeing none.
I'm about to move Martin and Wayne into the room.
Okay. Well, you can leave Martin here because she'll start.
Okay. Oh yeah, true.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome, Senator Martin. Is there anything you are sharing today? Or, okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I keep clicking to unmute, but then you switch and then, yeah, I click to unmute someone else.
It's because I raised my hand. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name. Oh, wait. Are you ready?
My bad. I forgot I'm running this one this time. All right. You have 5 minutes. You may begin whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Sasha Martin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am running for President Pro Tempore. Since my time in Senate began in March, I have always stepped up to opportunities, even if they were new or challenging. I have been able to serve as chair of the Student Life and Academic Affairs Committee with no prior experience. I've been on Rules and Calendar with other committee chairs, liaison of Peace Jam Southeast, and as vice chair of the Survivors Advocacy Ad Hoc. This has given me experience on how leadership effectively operates within Senate through help from my predecessors and committee chairs who inspired me with their fearless leadership and ideas on how to be a good leader, making me want to be that much better as a senator. I have been able to maneuver through stressful situations, such as when I was chair of SLAW during the summer. This committee had most of the legislation throughout the summer, and my vice chair and I were able to effectively have every resolution and bill heard while also encouraging committee members to stay engaged and motivated. As for my plans, if I get elected into this position, I hope to incorporate social change peer educator workshops, at least one NCBI training, a list of contacts that senators can be in communication with for future legislation at new senator orientation, and strategies for senators to communicate with their college. I think it is important for senators to connect with the constituents that elected them into their office and keep them updated on what they are doing in their positions and what ideas their constituents may have for legislation in the future. And whether that looks like going to a GBM for an organization within their college or contacting their dean for ways to reach out to students. I also hope to have an accountability system with the returning and new senators for any questions or help new or returning senators may need for legislation. I know Zoom makes it hard to make friends immediately, so I hope this system can help senators feel comfortable asking questions, making really good legislation, and asking how Senate operates so that they can grow into the best senator they can be. Change is needed, and I want to be at the forefront of the change, which is why I'm running for Pro Tempore, and especially if we are continuing on a virtual platform. Connection even through Zoom is possible, and I want to make that one of my priorities. How can we be able to feel close and united even virtually, or how can we meet together safely? These are questions I hope to answer if elected into this position. And finally, we were elected into our positions through a party, yes. But now that we are in those positions, how can we work together to make meaningful legislation that positively impacts the student body? I want to ensure that everyone is working together and that the 73rd Senate can be as productive as possible. I hope to gain your support tonight, and I look forward to any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Martin. All right, it is time for questions. Senator Gertz, you are the first question today.
Hi, thank you very much for that speech, Senator Martin. In the last few weeks of the 72nd Student Senate, a large portion of the Senate decided not to attend in order to support the wishes of many queer students and students of color across campus to not allow the former president to oversee a student senate meeting due to the fact that they did not feel as if it was a safe space that included their voices. I would like to ask, how did you make your decision on whether or not to attend those meetings? And could you please explain the reasoning behind that, if that's okay?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for your question. So I made the decision to go to the Senate meetings. It was definitely a hard decision because I was involved in the Catholic Student Union beforehand. And it is not a safe space for me to be in anymore since since what happened with Jack Denton. I don't feel comfortable. And frankly, I also did not want Jack Denton to preside at those meetings as well, but I made the decision after I saw very important legislation go through my committee and saw that Senator Randall and Senator England worked really hard for the food pantry and for WVFS. I thought that it was really important for it to not be held over until January, which is the next time that we're meeting. I really wanted those organizations to be able to get the money that they deserve. And I felt that it was not going to happen if I was not there, because a lot of times there was at least one person who wasn't there that would ensure quorum. So it was a really hard decision for me to do, especially with all the things that happened during the summer. But I felt that that was the best decision to make to ensure that the student body can still trust us.
All right, our next question, thank you for that, Senator Martin. Our next question is from Senator Villacorta.
Thank you, Mr. President. Oh, sorry, lost the screen real quick. So my question was something that kind of concerned me that I wanted to ask you about. During the last Senate, did you at any point try to or file a piece of legislation in which you be sending Senate projects money to an organization that you're on the e-board of in violation of the Sga Ethics Code?
Yes, I did. And then I found out that that wasn't allowed. So during the committee meeting, Senator Gonzalez took over as the primary sponsor. So my name is not attached to it.
Thank you.
All right, that is the remainder of our questions for this candidate. Thank you, Senator Martin, for your answers, and thank you to the senators for asking those questions. We will now be putting Senator Martin in the waiting room so that the pro speeches may begin. I can't, oh, she.
I'm moving her to the waiting room.
Okay.
And I'm bringing Wang in.
Oh, wait, no, it's pro speeches first.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you good.
Are there any people wishing to speak in pro of Senator Martin? Senator Mouget.
Hey guys, I'm absolutely thrilled to be speaking in pro for Senator Martin today. I've had the opportunity to get to know Sasha on a professional and a friend level this past year. And honestly, it's really improved my experience within SGA. And then just as a student as well. She's dedicated to the student body as she's shown through her work as chair of SLA. She's dedicated for the students, and she's here to really, represent the students who elected her. She's an amazing individual. She's passionate, determined, and she will bring amazing things to the Senate. I stand in full support of Sasha Martin, and I'm excited. Thank you.
Sorry, my phone is on the verge of dying. All right. Anybody wishing to speak in pro of Sasha? Senator Martin has 1 minute and 24 seconds left in the round of pro. Anybody else wishing to speak in pro may raise their hand. Senator Murray.
Yeah, I was able to serve as a SLA vice chair under Chair Martin over the summer, and I can 100% say she played such a pivotal role in the success of that committee. I learned so much from her about how to be a good leader and speak out about issues that are important to me. She's so dedicated and such a kind person, and I think she is more than capable of taking on this position for the year.
Thank you. There's 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the round of pro. Senator England, are you wishing to speak in the round of pro?
Yes, thank you. So Sasha Martin is hands down the best candidate for this position. She's been an extremely successful student life and academic affairs committee chair during a time when student life has been particularly trying for a number of reasons. She's shown through this role that she's committed and hardworking. And as president of Peace Jam, she has a history of leadership experience and knows how to be an effective leader. I particularly want to highlight Sasha's communication skills, which I think will be key in a role such as Pro Tempore, which of course oversees the 5 standing committee chairs. I think that Sasha would overall be an unbelievable President Pro Tempore, and I implore you to consider voting for her. I yield the floor.
All right, there are 32 seconds left in the first round, not the first round of pro, the only round of pro. Is there anybody else wishing to speak in this round of pro? Oh, going once, going twice, 3 times. All right, seeing as there are none left, we will bring in, Senator Gertz.
Just because we have to technically do it, I move to extinguish the remaining time in this
you.
round of pro.
I was not here for this part, so I don't remember it. All right, thank you. Is there a second? Senator Marcus, there we go.
So seconded.
All right, are there any objections to extinguishing the time left in pro? All right. Seeing none, we will now bring in our next candidate, Senator Wang. All right. Hope she's ready. Senator Wang, I think you're muted, so give me a second. Oh, there we go. Welcome, Senator Wang. Give me 1 second to add the time on the clock, and then you may begin whenever you're ready. All right, you may begin.
Hello, Senate. Oh,
I apologize. Sorry, I didn't start the clock. Unless you'd like to share anything beforehand.
no, you're good.
All right. Sorry about that. Total apologies. You may go ahead.
Hello, Senate, and welcome and congratulations to all of our new senators. Thank you so much for the nomination. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Renee Wang, and I have served as the senator for the Dedman College of Hospitality since last spring. Quite frankly, never in a million years did I think that I would have joined SGA in college until one day I did. It was one of the best decisions of my life, and it's been such a rewarding experience getting to work with all of you. Now, why am I running for Pro Temp? First off, I want to be able to serve this body that has given me so much in a different capacity. Beyond that, as an Asian American woman, it is so difficult to find representation, specifically in leadership roles, politics, and the media. So much of the Asian American experience is erased or dismissed in our culture, especially in the dialogue regarding racial justice. There hasn't been a woman in Senate leadership since the 71st Senate, and there hasn't been an Asian American woman in Senate leadership in at least a decade. We are massively underrepresented on this campus, and currently I am one of the few Asian Americans in the Senate. We don't even have enough AAPI senators to form an AAPI caucus. For this reason, representation is so important to me, and so is fighting for the liberation of all minority groups. The Senate President Pro Tempore actually chairs the Homecoming Planning Commission. Traditionally, Native American powwows are a celebration of their culture, and FSU's use of the term for a homecoming event has culturally appropriated the event meant to honor their heritage. As Pro Tempore and chair of the Homecoming Commission, I plan to work closely with the members as well as Native American students on campus in changing the name of powwow. As for homecoming itself, Senator Flashman came to me with a great idea for a Greek week that I would work on implementing into homecoming for IFC, Panhellenic, National Panhellenic Council, and the Multicultural Greek Council to encourage interchapter relations. This fall, I had the absolute pleasure of serving on Judiciary as vice chair and as a member of the Senate Investigative Board. Through this, I've learned the extreme importance of transparency within SGA, and as Pro Temp, I want to hold us to a higher standard. I want to encourage the chairs on the Rules and Calendar Committee to form meeting agendas that we can post to the SGA website or the new Canvas page that President Harman has suggested, so that it is accessible to all students and senators. Countless times we found ourselves bickering over legislation and candidates only for them to get sent back to committee. Hopefully, the creation of these agendas can help senators know when to make time for certain committee meetings should they feel strongly on topics being discussed. This would massively improve our efficiency. Finally, in working to improve our efficiency, I am proposing a new voting system. I've been working with former Senator Leckie as he's the one who designed it. Essentially, every senator gets a special code that you must remember, and you input your last name, code, and your vote into a Google form. It automatically gets sent to a Google Sheet that I have access to and tabulates the votes. I'd be more than happy to show you all on Zoom, show you all how this works because it would make voting so much simpler and quicker. A major problem I have with voting on Zoom is that senators can see exactly which way you vote in an instance. I feel as if this just adds to the division in Senate that already exists. Some senators have felt pressured into voting certain ways at times, and this new voting system would eliminate the pressure. The last thing I want is for any of you to feel that way. Last but not least, if I become your pro tempore, I pledge to donate a portion of my salary to the FSU Food for Thought Pantry. So many students have been hit hard by this pandemic, and hopefully I can help relieve the burden. I sincerely thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak, and I hope you all entrust me with this position. I yield.
All right, thank you, Senator Wang. We will now go into questions for the senator, Senator Marcus.
Hi, yes. Senator Wang, you spoke about an automatic voting system. Could you potentially show us what that would look like? Because I'm kind of confused by that.
Yeah, President Harmon, is there any way I could get co-host?
Unfortunately, Deshaun is the only one that can do that, I think. Yeah, Deshaun?
I apologize to do this again.
Oh, that's totally okay. Deshaun?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to be Senator Wang co-host, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I have it. There's someone at the door.
All right. Now you should
Okay, there you go.
Can you all see that?
Yes, I can, so I'm assuming everybody else can.
Okay, cool. So basically, this is what I would see, and this is the Google form that you guys would use. This is sorry, it's taking a while. So these are randomly generated voter IDs that you guys would remember. And so all you would do, I'm going to use Senator Mouget as an example because she was first. You would input your last name, your voting ID. The way we would count this is like what number we're on the calendar or the agenda. So for example, if we're voting on measure number 1, you would put 1, and then you would put yes or no or abstain, and then you would submit it. And then this goes automatically to this sheet. Sorry, it's taking a while. Where you can see their vote, and then I just have to drag these down. Sorry. And then they would show up here automatically on the live vote count. So it makes it a lot easier and a lot more accurate rather than just hand counting all the votes.
All right, thank you for your answer, Senator Wang. Is there anybody else wishing to ask the second question? Senator Mouget.
Hi. So, what concrete steps would you take to work with DSOs in order to make your goals for homecoming come into fruition?
Yeah, so I think that's a better question for the senators that are actually in Greek life. Right now, I've really only had some conversations with people who want to bring this into fruition, but it's going to be a lot of conversations with, IFC, Panhellenic, National Panhellenic Council. But the idea for a Greek week is basically like a field day week, and you do like little events, and it really just strengthens inter-chapter relations. As for renaming powwow, that's something that I would have to discuss further with my members, especially because the powwow director does sit on the council. But I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Senator Mouget and Senator Wang, for both your question and answer. Seeing as though we have no more questions left, we will now move into the round of pro for Senator Wang. If we can, we'll put Senator Wang back in the waiting room. All right. Okay, I can't do that, I don't think.
I'm about to do it now.
Thank you.
Have to withdraw your cohort access to put you in there.
All right, is there anybody else, anybody wishing to speak in pro? Senator Mouget, your hand is up at the top for me. Okay. Senator Hunter.
Yeah, so this semester, as a newly appointed and independent senator, I've had the pleasure to work on the Racial Inclusivity and Justice Ad Hoc with Senator Wang, and I've enjoyed every second of working beside her. Not only do her concrete plans for this position speak to her ability to do this role, but also the work on our ad hoc, which has to do a lot with, that's had to deal with a lot of adversity this year. And through it all, Renee has been a positive light and a great resource for change on this campus. Aside from her endless hard work on our committee, she's shown to be truly dedicated to inclusivity and justice on this campus, characteristics that I believe are extremely important to the Senate in its current state. I think Renee would be a great senator to fill this position, and having witnessed truly her great character over the past semester and commitment to doing, not what is easy, but what is right. So that's how I feel about Senator Wang.
All right, there's 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this round of pro. Is there anybody else wishing to speak in pro? Senator Little.
Yes, hello. I had the pleasure of working with Senator Wang in the Judiciary Committee and in the Senate Investigative Board capacity. From every time that I've worked with her, Senator Wang always conducts herself with kindness and with respect towards others, which are two qualities that are invaluable in a leader in this position. She has a passion for equality that she brings to all of her work, and she always comes prepared with new and fresh ideas for any situation. She's a tireless worker. She works really hard at anything that she puts her mind to. And as we all saw from the automatic voting sheet, we know that she's prepared to bring those same qualities to this position as pro tempore.
All right, there are 28 seconds left in the first round of pro, or the only round of pro, I keep forgetting. Senator Linsky, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, please correct me.
That was correct, and I'll make it quick. I don't really know Renee, but in my short time on Senate, that was the first time I've seen a forward-thinking idea presented to our body. I'll just say our procedure tonight has been, to put it bluntly, very interesting, and I think that we could improve it in many ways. And the fact that she's thinking about things that infrastructurally help not just all of us, but in order for us to help the student body by increasing our procedural posture, this is the kind of person that I want to see in leadership.
All right, the round of pro has been extinguished. All right, we are now going to move into voting. Before we begin voting, Senator Martin and Wang will be let back in. And I've covered all bases, just checking before we move on. All right. There we go, they're back in. So now we will vote the same exact way as we did with Senate President. In the event of a tie, I will be able to break the tie. So yeah, just wait till Deshaun calls your name and then use the chat box.
Okay. Give me like 30 seconds to make sure, pull up all this. Okay, can I have Senator Mercia, Senator Flashman, and Senator Tackett? May I have Senator Roy, Senator Ryan Villacorta, and Senator Marcus? May I please have Senator Bateman, Senator Gertz, Senator Hunter? May I please have Senator Little, Senator Bergen, and Senator Rudolph? May I please have Senator Jackson Destiny, Senator Leah Grunberger, and Senator Bruno Rossi. Oh, Martin, Alex just put the names in there. It kind of threw me off a little bit. Martin and Wayne, just
Oh yeah, sorry, I was not voting for any such comments.
Can I have Senator Mujay, Senator Shaler, and Senator Chance Pershia? Senator Pershia. Okay, they're not in the chat. I have Senator Randall, Senator Murcia, and Senator Aru. May I please have Senator England, Senator Wang, and Senator Nasworthy? Thank you. Can I have Senator Catherine Lessert, Senator Tatiana Duprier, and Senator Rodriguez? Senator Catherine Lessert, I need your vote. I have Senator Linksey, Senator Adrian Ricardo, Senator Fineout. Good deal. Please have Senator Soto, Senator Lewis, and Senator Harman. Disregard Harman.
Yeah.
Senator Ramos, Senator Sam. Oh, got you, Sam. And Senator Gonzalez. I have Senator Martin, Senator Gabardach, and Senator Anna Grace Reed. I please have Senator Maddie Moore, Senator Bruce Soares, Senator Sarah Nemeth. I have Senator Russell, Senator Hitchcock, and Senator Henry Millian. Oh, Senator Jack Hitchcock. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. Senator Murray, Senator West, and Senator Daniel Rivera. Thank you all. Can I have Senator Thorpe, Senator Kate Hitchcock, and Senator Tooks? Senator Thorpe and Senator Tooks, I need you all votes. Thank you. Oh, Tooks is not in here. Senator Bull, Senator Alfredo Alvarez, and Senator Stinson. And Senator Robert Gonzalez and Senator Amabella Rudd. Okay. Did I get everyone? If I missed you, please raise your hand.
I believe Senator Trisha and I apologize, I forgot the other name.
Oh, yes, Pressure, I had called you earlier. Yeah, send me your votes, Pressure, Marcus, and Stoltz.
Oh, and Senator Lassard, I think, just came in.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Got everyone, please give me at least 3 minutes to calculate these votes. And I'll be right back. And congratulations, Senator Wang.
Congratulations, Pro Tempore Wang. All right, that concludes our leadership elections. We will now move on to the order of business today. Fortunately, I don't have a calendar. There we go. Okay. Right there. So on the calendar, it's not really listed where we are. So I'm going to, we've already passed approval of the journal. Are there any student and non-budgeted RSO comments at this time? Not Senator Cohen, former Senator Cohen, hello.
Hi, thank you, Mr. President. I can just talk, right, Alex?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Senate. It's nice to be here. As Alex kind of alluded to, I used to serve in the 72nd, so it's really exciting to see the start of a new group of senators. For those of you who don't know, I'm from the Torchlight Student Policy Institute. What we do on campus is we provide transparency and research for the student body regarding issues of importance. We hosted the recent debate that we had before the student election. We keep an updated COVID-19 dashboard. We wrote some research in regards to the recent formation of the Anti-Racism Task Force. And we do a lot of other work with the Senate, including providing help with writing legislation. We've had senators contact us to do research briefs before, which we're always happy to do. In response to some of the concerns of sexual misconduct and sexual violence on our campus over the summer, we also have begun a series on analyzing available statistics and policies and updates to that for the purpose of the student body. Kind of to reach out to you guys as the start of the new Senate, we are determined to be accessible to you. As a former senator myself, I know how difficult it can be to do the work to communicate with all the different bodies to make sure that your legislation is written well and is edited correctly and has all the research behind it that it needs to be effective. And that's part of the reason why I joined Torchlight as the Director of Legislative Affairs, because I wanted to be supportive of the Senate and make sure that you guys are aware of the services that are available to you. It can be anything. You can always reach out to us from anything from editing your legislation to doing research related to policies that you're interested in, to connecting with us on a variety of issues. We also have resident senator positions with Torchlight. So we currently have one resident senator that we're very thrilled to have, but we're always accepting applications for any of our positions, including resident senator. So if you're ever interested on giving us more insight into how the Senate works, into providing your insight into what's important, that you think it's important that we make more transparent for the student body, then we always welcome you to apply to Torchlight on our website. If you ever have any questions about how we can support you in writing legislation and doing research, you can email me. My email is at the top corner of the background. It's sc16e@my.fsu.edu. You can follow us on Instagram at Torchlight Center, and our website is torchlightcenter.org, where we publish all of our pieces, everything from the COVID-19 dashboard to anything related to the debate that we had a month ago, to any of the other research that we do in regards to all the issues facing our student body can be found there. Once again, congratulations to all the senators that were sworn in. Congratulations to Pro Temp Wang and Senate President Harmon, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. Thank you, and have a great rest of your night.
All right, before we move on in comments, I forgot one very important thing. Senator Wang, or now Pro Tempore Wang, you do have to take the oath of office before you become Pro Tempore. So if you mind raising your hand, I will give you the oath of office. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. Candidates for student body offices may choose to replace the words "so help me God" with "on pain of impeachment" when taking the oath of office. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Please raise your right hand. I, please state your name,
I, Renee Wang,
promise to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America,
promise to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America,
the state of Florida, and the Florida State University student body.
the state of Florida, and the Florida State University student body.
And I shall perform my duties to the best of my ability.
And I shall perform my duties to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
On pain of impeachment.
Congratulations, Pro
Thank
Tempore. Hopefully you'll be able to do those from now on. All right. Now we are back into student and non-budgeted RSO comments. Are there any students or RSOs wishing to speak at this time? All right, seeing none, are there any special introductions and announcements? Seeing none, all right. Messages from the executive branch. Is anybody from the executive branch here to speak? All right, seeing none, we are now moving on. Messages from agency and bureau directors, SGA organizations, officers, and employees. Are there anybody from these organizations wishing to speak? All right. Are there any messages from the executive cabinet? Any messages from the class council? Seeing none. Messages from the Congress of Graduate Students? Messages from the judicial branch? Are there any messages from the union board and student engagement ambassadors? Are there any messages from the campus recreation board? All right. Report of the Sga Accounting Office. The remaining balances of Senate projects are $28,000. The Programming Allocations Committee has $48,411. RTAC, the Resource for Travel Allocations Committee, has $56,485. And the Organizational Fund has $1,600. Report of Senate liaisons. There are no liaisons currently, but I'll get to that in my closing. All right. Report of the committees. None of the committees met, seeing as though they don't exist yet. So we'll move on from that. Senate confirmations. Is there anybody here to be confirmed by the Senate at this time? All right. Seeing none. The consent calendar. There is nothing on the consent calendar as PAC and RTAC did not meet. Bills on first reading. Senator Gertz.
Mr. President, I move to place the bill I just emailed to you on first reading. I believe it will be, if accepted, Bill 1.
All right. I will accept that as Bill 1, as I've already seen the submission before. So that will be known as Bill 1, and it'll get on the calendar next time we redo it. All right, are there any other motions to add anything on the calendar as of right now? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to bills on second reading. There are none. Constitutional amendments, none. Resolutions, are there any resolutions wishing to be placed on the floor at this time? All right, and there are no resolutions tonight. Unfinished business, none. Statements of dissent, is anybody wishing to lodge a statement of dissent? All right, seeing none. New business, we have no new business. Closing announcements, is anybody wishing to make a closing announcement at this time? Anybody can speak in closing announcements. It's not limited to anybody for all the new senators. All right, we'll start with Senator Gertz.
I will make this as brief as possible, though I'm well known for being long-winded. All the new people will soon learn that. I'm happy to welcome so many new senators into the Senate. I'm happy to welcome them into a safe place. I'd like to give a warm congratulations to Senate President Harmon, as well as Pro Tempore Wang. And I would just like to note, as a good sign for this Senate moving forward together, and even though I hate saying that because that was Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign and it brings back sad memories, moving forward together, we have Senate leadership from both major political parties, and I think that reflects well on our ability to move forward as a group. And so I look forward to seeing the actions of this Senate leadership. I look forward to seeing the new senators come together and fight for the communities that helped to elect them. I'd also like to give commiserations, which is a word I heard in a British debate, so Quentin will have to correct me if I'm using it correctly, to the candidates who did not win your positions. Don't let it be a defeat for you. You know, one of the greatest college football coach of all time, Nick Saban, said, never let a defeat go wasted. And so I have lost many an election in the Senate and outside of the Senate. My first election, I ran with little cards that said, "Don't leave me at a bus stop," and had a picture of Roxy Andrews on them. If you get that reference, we can be friends. And I lost with like 25% of the vote. So, but we get stronger from our losses. And I look forward to working with you all together. And I look forward to working in a Senate that is finally, and hopefully for a long time, safe for all of our students. With that, I yield.
Thank you, Senator Gertz. Is there anybody else wishing to speak in closing announcements before we move on to Senate leadership? All right, we'll.
I moved to reading.
I'm sorry. Did I? Who spoke? Okay. Closing announcements. Anybody else wishing to speak in closing announcements? All right. Pro Tempore Wang, would you like to speak in closing announcements? I can't see everybody right now, so. All right, there we go.
Hi, yes, thank you, President Harmon. I'm so excited to be working with you all for the 73rd Senate. Welcome to our new senators and welcome back to our returning senators. Thank you all so much for putting your trust in me. I'm really, really excited to hold this position. Please feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions or just want to chat. I'm always available. I yield.
Thank you, Pro Tempore Wang. All right, if there are no more closing announcements, I have my final closing announcements. First off, thank you for electing me as your president of the Senate. It's an extreme honor to be doing this. It's been a rough road these past few weeks, so I'm glad that we've come somewhat to the end of it. And we've got a long way to go as well, so we'll see where it goes. In terms of business that we have to deal with, I guess I'll start off by saying our next Senate meeting will be January 13th, if I am correct, as that is finals week is next week. We don't meet on finals week. And then syllabus week, we don't meet on syllabus week as well. So we will be meeting January 13th, same time at 7:30 over Zoom. On the website, you'll be able to find it there. I'm sure Pro Tempore Wang and I will be talking about new senator orientation in the future. I'll leave it up to her to decide what she wants to do, if she wants to do it now or I guess in December and January, but we'll talk about it and we'll let you all know. We'll start creating a GroupMe so that everybody can contact each other and we'll get to know each other a little bit better. And then liaison positions. Liaisons are the people that basically go to other organizations. That is one goal of mine, to get liaisons for all of the agencies, hopefully pretty much permanent liaisons that are willing to go to the meetings and are willing to come back with their reports. So if you're interested in being liaison, it could be anything, an agency, bureau, it could be your organization like an RSO, it really could be anything. You just gotta come talk to me and we'll talk about why it's needed. Next, leadership elections for chairs and vice chairs. Those will happen the first meeting we come back January 13th. We will go into a committee caucus as a whole if the Senate decides to do that, in which we will elect chairs for all of the committees. If you have questions about any of the committees, I'm sure you could ask Pro Tempore Wang or myself about what they entail and whatnot. Also, committee assignments. That's the other important thing that I just remembered. I get to assign you to committees, so that's fun, but I do need to know what you guys prefer, or you all prefer. So I believe there was a technical issue with the current version of the preference form, so I'm sure it will be sent out again. And I will let you know as soon as we get that handled, what your committee's assignments are. You'll probably have it before the year ends. Other than that, officers, Senate officers. Sorry if I'm rambling. I just got to tell you all this information because it's a lot of new information. Senate officers, if you know anybody that might be interested in being our parliamentarian, press secretary, or clerk, they've got a heavy job to do in the future. So if they want to do some work, let them know. And I have some work for them. So if you have anybody that really wants to do these, please ask them to apply. I'll talk to them and we'll go from there. Other than that, I believe I'm done, and I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you. Please don't hesitate to text me or call me or whatever. I ran for this simply because I want to help you all. So don't feel like you're intruding. I know that's how I felt when I first started. David Higgins was not the most friendly person. So I hope to be a good resource for you all. I'm going to drop my number in the chat. And then we'll get the GroupMe set up and then go from there. But other than that, thank you all. And now we will move on to advisor announcements before our final roll call.
I guess I can jump in right quick. I'm not sure if Deshaun has any announcements, but first of all, I want to say congratulations to our Senate leadership. Looking forward to working with you all. Also wanted to share, moving forward in our future meetings, you can expect to hear from myself or Deshaun or our Senate intern, Anna Van Gerp, for announcements that we'll provide for you at the end. We want to make sure that we are increasing communication. If there is anything in particular that you would like to know about, feel free to send it to me in the chat. And if I don't have an answer for you right then, my goal will be to have answers for you by the next Senate meeting. I know also in the future, Dr. Amy Hecht, our Vice President of Student Affairs, would love to come and address the Student Senate. All she needs is an invite. So if that invite would like to be extended, that is up to you all, but she is happy to come at any point and speak on any of the topics that you might have an interest in. I also wanted to share with you all, because I know this was something that came up in the 72nd, the land acknowledgement statement. I wanted to let you all know that the elders from the Seminole Tribe of Florida reached out to us and weighed in on the land acknowledgement statement. So if anyone is interested in taking that up at a later date, please let me know, and I'm happy to share that information with you for you to consider, because that is something that is important, and I know it was very important to the 72nd, and I have no doubt that'll be very important to the 73rd as well. So I'm happy to get you that information and just kind of talk you through that. Also in the future, you'll be getting updates from me about your new permanent SGA advisor. As soon as we get out of the hiring freeze, we'll be looking to hire for that position. So just keep your ears out. But if ever comes a time where I don't bring it up and you're curious, please just pop me a quick nudge in the chat or ask me about it. It's kind of a slow process, and we're moving into the holidays. So it'll probably be early spring before we really get that process up and running. But again, we want to make sure we have the lines of communication open. And so we want to make sure that we're getting you the answers that you need. But otherwise, again, congratulations. I'm looking forward to working with you all. And with that, I will defer to Deshaun and Anna if they have any additional closing remarks.
I copy everything that Dr. Brandon Bowden said. One thing that I want to add is Anna and I are working on a retreat for you all for next semester. So the date, the tentative right now will be Sunday, December 10th from 2 to 5 p.m. I'll send all this in the email explaining those things. And if you're not able to make it, you just communicate to us through that way. But it's highly recommended, mandatory that you all be there. This is going to be more of a relationship builder because it's kind of hard for us to get together during this virtual, I'm calling virtual world that we're in right now. And I would love to connect with you all. And I know you all would like to connect with each other to get to understand what are you all doing during this time and how can you all support each other, because support means something different to every single person. So that's why I value in. And again, congratulations on being a part of the 73rd Senate. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the things that you're all going to do next semester. And the date again is January 10th, not December 10th, January 10th, which is a Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. So I'll make sure I have all those details to you by next week.
And on that note, to close it out, I just wanted to say that it is nice to see and meet all of you virtually in some way tonight. Yeah, I am looking forward to a phenomenal 73rd Student Senate, and we wish you the very best as you close out your semesters. We congratulate you on all your hard work that you've done this semester. You've done a really hard thing by getting through this entire semester in a global pandemic. So over the break, please take care of yourself. Please take time to connect with the people who are important to you. I hope that you're able to make some meaningful, good memories despite all the, what's going on in the world today. So with that, every time now I finish a sentence, I want to say with that I yield, because I hear it all the time. But with that, good night, everyone.
All right, thank you all for a wonderful meeting. Hopefully they won't last this long too often, but this is usually how the first meeting goes, and the second meeting will unfortunately be long as well because we have to elect the chairs and vice chairs. So bear with us. We will get to meetings where we actually start getting going, but we've got a lot of organization to do first. With that, we will now go into roll call. I don't believe Pro Tempore Wang has the roster, which we'll get to you as soon as possible. So I believe Deshaun can do it this time, if he's willing.
Yes, give me 3 seconds.
All right, so when your name is called, just please raise your hand so that he knows you're here. The attendance policy, which Pro Tempore Wang is now in charge of, thankfully, is that if you get 7 absences, you are suspended as a senator. So please just show up to your meetings and all your meetings, which are basically your committee meetings and your Senate meetings. So if you miss roll call, one of them, it's only half an absence. If you miss both, it's a full absence. And Pro Tempore Wang will handle that in the future. I'm sure she'll deal with it. So you'll find out more information. But yeah.
Yes. Senator Murcia, Senator Flashman, and Senator Tackett. Okay, got you all. You go put your hands down. Senator Roy, Senator Ryan Villacorta, Senator Marcus. Okay, have you all. You all can put your hands down. Senator Bateman, Senator Gertz, Senator Hunter. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Little, Senator Bergen, and Senator Rudolph. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Jackson Destiny, Senator Leos Grunberger, and Senator Rossi. Or Rossi. Yep. Have you all put your hands down? Senator Mujay, Senator Shaler, Senator Chance Pershia. You all can put your hands down. Senator Randall, Senator Stoltz, and Senators Brooke. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator England, Senator Rain, and Senator Nasworthy. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Lessard, Senator Tatiana Dupere, and Senator Rodriguez. Okay, you can put your hands down. Senator Linksey, Senator Adrian Brigadale, and Senator Soto. You all put your hands down. Senator Fineout, Senator Lewis, Senator Harman. Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
So, sorry, I should have said Senator President Harman and Senator Pro Tempore Wang. Apologize for that. Senator Ramos, Senator Sam, Senator Ashley Gonzalez. Okay, you put your hands down. Senator Sasha Martin, Senator Gabardich, Senator Anna Grace Reed. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Moore, Senator Bruce Soares, Senator Sarah Nemeth. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Katie Russell, Senator Jack Hitchcock, Senator Henry Melian. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Brooke Murray, Senator Olivia Rest, Senator Daniel Rivera. Okay, you put your hands down. Senator Ryan Tharp, Senator Kate Hitchcock, Senator Trenton Tooks. Okay, you all put your hands down. Senator Calvin Bull, Senator Alfredo Alvarez, Senator Stinson. Okay. You all put your hands down. And last I have is Senator Robert Gonzalez and Senator Amabella Rudd. All righty, and that is everyone.
Great, thank you, Deshaun.
Thank you.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn? If possible, can we have a new senator do it? I mean, you know, if you don't want to do it, it's okay, but Senator Marcus, or Senator, oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead. And I will need a second.
I move to adjourn the first meeting of the 73rd Senate.
All right, is there a second? Senator Russell? Senator Russell? Oh, okay. Senator Lewis?
So seconded.
All right, we are adjourned. Congratulations on having your first meeting. See you in January. Well, that was pretty fun.
That was so well.
Congratulations, Pro Tempore Wang.
Oh. Goodbye, Pro Tempore Wang.
Oh, she just left. Okay, well, anyways, this will be fun. I think we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
She disappeared.
Yes.
Come back.
I was trying to send her a quick note to say, please stay for like 3 seconds, but I wasn't fast enough. My device is too small, so I can't. Well, congratulations.
Thank
Yes.
you. It's been a long time coming. Finally, we're done. Move on.
It has been a long time coming, and I've only been with you all for 6 months. So it's been a long time coming for me. I know it's been a long time coming for you. So no, I think this is pretty cool. So I'll be the first to admit I don't keep up with the parties and all that. So you can keep us abreast of all of that. So I didn't know that it was 2 different parties.